Daily Chinese horoscope for Rat the 13th of November. Today you will feel a marvelous sense of well-being and equilibrium. Maybe this is because you are learning to enjoy life as you should. In love, you will realize that nothing is lost. Your perfect equilibrium is at arm's reach and it won't be hard to find it. And what about work? You will get to know an interesting colleague who can urge you as much as possible to do your best. A piece of advice for today could be to spread your inner joy and serenity. Sharing positivity is exciting. Daily Chinese horoscope for Ox the 13th of November. Today there could be so many things to do. If you don't let yourself get discouraged by this, you will spend a very enjoyable day regardless. In love, try not to react in an aggressive way, even if you feel increasingly irritated. The situation, however, will improve. And what about work? You will find it hard to tolerate a dissatisfied colleague's complaints. You will go ahead with your activities. If you want some advice, try to understand what you really want. Later you will be able to help others to find their way. Daily Chinese horoscope for Tiger the 13th of November. Today you won't let yourself be influenced by anybody or anything. You will be able to concentrate on unresolved questions in a totally independent way. In love, you could demand a little too much respect compared to what you actually receive. Eventually, however, you will be satisfied with what you have. And at work, success will arrive and you won't let it get away. You will have to be careful you don't overdo social climbing. Here is some advice for you. Grab an opportunity when it arises only if you can guarantee being able to do the task required. Daily Chinese horoscope for Rabbit the 13th of November. Do you feel taken over by laziness today? You'll see that with a little effort you will manage to get your energy back. In love, you will tend to use a great deal of diplomacy to resolve small misunderstandings, reaching compromise with ease. And at work, you will find it rather difficult to tolerate working with amateurs. You desire professionalism and competence. Here is some advice for you. Don't listen to anyone who tries to encourage you to give up. Everything is in your hands. Go for it and you will see the results. Daily Chinese horoscope for Dragon the 13th of November. You haven't had a lovely day like today for a while. You will know how to grab all the opportunities life gives you. In love, you won't manage to accept every condition which is imposed on you. You will try to justify your reasoning with all your strength. At work, however, it will be complicated to communicate with stubborn colleagues and make them understand that they are making a mistake. You will have a great deal of patience. Here is some advice for you. Try to live in harmony not only with people but especially with the environment. Try to use Feng Shui. Daily Chinese horoscope for Snake the 13th of November. If yesterday was disappointing, you will spontaneously cast aside any leftover negative energy, trying to forget the bad feelings which are now part of the past. In love, you will fear that certain behavior could compromise a relationship which is important to you. And what about work? Try to sniff out the right opportunity so you don't end up with idle hands. Your advice for today is to be a little sweeter and more malleable. Acting so tough won't get you great results. Daily Chinese horoscope for Horse the 13th of November. You won't throw in the sponge too easily. You will arm yourself with all the patience you have to overcome an unexpected hitch. Sentimentally speaking, you will cast aside all types of jealousy. Love will be stronger than any suspicion. At work, however, you won't know how to react to the friction between two colleagues. But everyone knows that when two dogs strive for a bone, a third runs away with it. If you want some advice, Try to improve your relationship skills. Knowing new people will help you to turn the page more quickly. Daily Chinese horoscope for Goat, the 13th of November. Today you will feel in particular harmony with yourself. Inner conflict and concerns will be easily cast aside. In love, you will have no certainty until you try. You will accept an invitation which you cannot possibly refuse. At work, however, it won't be easy to respect all appointments. You have too much to do and still find it difficult to coordinate tasks. Your advice for today is not to overdo things. Just think about the priorities, and for the rest, devote yourself to your passions. Daily Chinese horoscope for Monkey, the 13th of November. Today you will forget old disagreements or stressful situations, and you will give yourself time to reflect autonomously on choices to make. In love, it could be difficult to express your feelings as you'd like to. With patience, however, you will get there. At work, however, you will act in a neutral fashion towards colleagues who will try to take all the credit for work which is well done. A piece of advice for today could be to just think positively. Every negative thought is harmful for your equilibrium. Daily Chinese horoscope for Rooster, the 13th of November. Life will smile on you today providing you use passion and dedication in all activities given to you. Sentimentally speaking, it will be very easy to take that decision you should have taken some time ago. And what about work? You will feel a little tired, with a great desire for holidays. Here is some advice for you. Don't get scared when faced with unexpected events. Everything will be fine. The important thing is to stay calm and maintain your self-control. Daily Chinese horoscope for Dog, the 13th of November. Your positive nature will help you feel at peace with the world. Luck will be on your side if you can make the most of this character trait. In love, there will be highs and lows. You may observe those around in an unjustifiably diffident manner. You will avoid doing everything in a hurry. At work, however, you will be tireless. An erupting volcano who gives up for nothing or anybody. A piece of advice for today could be to stop and study your impulses before putting them into practice. Daily Chinese horoscope for Pig, the 13th of November. In the next few hours you will meet someone who, with wisdom, will convince you that it is important to live every day in a balanced way. From a sentimental point of view, you will need warmth. You will receive a very pleasant phone call which will change your mood. And at work? You have been waiting for a promotion for a long time and will work hard until you manage to get it. Excellent articulation. A piece of advice for today could be to admit something you are lacking. Denying the evidence is never good.